Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we're live from Project Rubi-ka. I'm just quickly doing a little bit of social mediaing, just getting the word out. Otherwise, I get told off by people, you know. You didn't post the stream, I missed it. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'll try and make a habit of it now. Right, there's that one. Ghostmaster, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, we've done that. Should we do Discord as well? I believe we should. There we go. Let the world know what's happening. Yes. Remember to post it on my own little Discord server, which I don't use for much, I'll be honest. Right, okay. So I think we're all there. Let's go to the live screen and let's land on Rubi-ka. Right, so we have Hunt for the Somphos Horn. Yes, that one. Which we picked up yesterday. What's the timer on that now? $5 days. Yeah, we're good. Right. What's this dude down here? Grainy. Yeah, Bruni's a little trickier to find a lot of the time. Kind of annoyingly so. But we has on the Panther. So happy about that. That's going to make doing everything else a lot easier, definitely. Anyway, midweek, I think a little beer is called for. As Mrs. Calloth had a day off today, so did I. Which means no having to go pick her up later, which means handling something at the moment. Once I'm free, my squad and I will pull up to your stream. Okay, person that's never chatted in the stream before, welcome on in. If you're a bot spammer, don't bother, because I'll just ban you and report you. But if not, all good. Just slightly dubious intro. Pink Goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Now, I have before now suddenly found a couple of Bruni in here, but we're going to have to get past a few mobs to get there. Oh. Audio being a bit weird. No music at all, which the usual fix for turn audio off, turn audio back on. Deal with this dude as well. Peer pressure, Peter. Welcome on in. Pink goggles. I think I said hello, but just in case I didn't, hello again. I just pull these out of here one by one. It's a bot, by the way. Ah, right. Okay. Banned. Report. Spam bots tampering. Send. Bots. This user. Goodbye forever. Yeah, don't want to be associated with anything like that. Sorry. Seemed friendly, but then again, it was a bot. So of course it does. It's frustrating. I get a lot of them. I don't worry about it. When they pop up, I just ban them. Me and the crew, I'm just doing something right now, but me and the crew are gonna be back later. Why? You've never spoken a word on this channel ever before, because that was your first time chat. Here's my Discord. Yeah. How about new? Now, I could be lying to myself, but I'm sure I have seen Bruni in here. If not, it's the middle of the swamps, I think. I was almost certain I had seen them in here. Could be kidding myself, I don't know. Yeah, here's my Discord. How about new? Yep, I think I was kidding myself about Bruni's being in here. I could have sworn I'd seen them at some point, but guess not. We'll ignore these because we're right by the zone border, which I'm hoping works. Yeah, it did. Yeah, we're going this way. Need to redo that one. Yep, I get hundreds of those on Discord every week. And some of them are actually genuine artists. And I feel bad for them now in the era of, you know, with all the AI crap and whatnot. It's sort of like, you know, who on earth is going to bother, you know, kind of thing. Well, I'll just get an AI to make me my artwork. The fact that it looks like everybody else's AI artwork. Same stolen images, redone. No AI. No AI on this channel. Yeah, not interested. I'm not interested in being a successful YouTuber, Twitch streamer, or anything else. Fiverr has good artists. Yeah, they have to be verified and prove they can do what they do, and yeah. But I also did rather well in art when I was younger. I just don't worry about it. I get them offering to create music for me, and I'm like, thanks, dude. I'm a musician. I have a degree in it and everything. I went to Musicians Institute, and, you know, I can make music as well. How do I guarantee I'll get the music I want? Well, I'm making it. Yeah, it's a bit... Dude, no. If you do... I know they're blanket spamming this stuff, and, you know, that's just marketing, getting your name out there. But if they spent 5 seconds looking at the channel, they'd have probably figured it out. Articulated imbelically. What? You mean articulated like an imbecile? What? Is that what you mean? It wouldn't be far wrong, let's face it. Yes, in the game of wits, I'm the man without a dice. Yeah. Imbelically, like stated as an imbecile. Quality or state of being very stupid or foolish. Yeah, imbecile. Imbecilic. Imbecilically. Yeah, I thought that's what it meant. Thanks, mate. I'm not that smart, but I am quick. Who said that? I don't have a first-rate mind, but I am quick. From a book, which has actually been adapted into a couple of films, both of which, or the films themselves, are really, really good. There isn't an AI. Ah, AI stands for articulated imbecilically. One Somphos Bruni. At work yesterday, someone was saying, I've checked AI and it says I should do this. And we were going, don't do that. No, that's really dangerous. Don't do that. Adrian Brody. It's not. Well, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. Good books as well. No, it's Rubi-ka. I'm not a good man, I'm fast. No, it's a different quote. The ARER. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it now. I'm sure it's Rubi-ka. I'm going to have to try and remember. Oh, it's Rubi-ka with an O. Rubi-ka. Okay. Shows what I know. Rubi-ka. Double R, yeah. Yeah, it's political thriller. It's like, what's it similar to? It's a little like Smiley's People, that kind of thing. Similar, it's very paced and clever. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, Rubi-ka. There's a few different stories. Salt in the Battlefield is one I really love. That's really well played. Yeah, Rubi-ka. Yeah, you'll be on a streaming service somewhere. There you go, Rubi-ka. Page 8 is brilliant. It's very British. And it's, yeah, if you've watched Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy or Smiley's People, any of those, It'll feel very familiar, and if you like those, you'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, there's a series of books, or a series of movies based on the books, basically. Approximate imitation, and hey, we're all coming up with what AI actually stands for. Automated incompetence. Yeah, a lot of people, well, AI said so. Yeah, well, fucking AI is dead wrong. I've gotten it to give answers to things I know the answer to, and it's woefully wrong. Like, dangerously wrong. Right, there we go. Now we want Gloonies. Where the hell were Somphos Gloonies? X10 Scion, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Bill Nye. I like Bill Nye in just about anything anyway. You know, he did Tinker Tailor, a remake of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and Smiley's People. He's brilliant in it. Somphos Gloony. Okay, we'll deal with this guy. Analgesic ignorance. What, an anti-itching cream? Okay. Yeah, are Gloonies next to the quest giver? Is that where they are? I can't remember. I usually end up having to spend hours in the middle section trying to find Brunies until I discover there's about 5 at the bottom of that little enclave there. The Grainy are definitely near him, aren't they? Yeah. These guys stop Spec 2 books. Are they too low level? Aaron's Father, Chapter 4. That's the first book, isn't it? Second book is the other pages we've got. Girl That Saw It All, yeah. So they drop Spec 1. Have a Panther. Yeah, I got it on Monday, which was the last stream. I was working yesterday. Gardening of the Gentleman. 5 to 100. I don't think so. I don't think we'll be using that. So many birds. Yeah, they don't. Most of them don't fly though. And I think that's the only reason people don't get pooped on. I'm not sure this is the best route to take to run back, actually. It seems to be a lot... Oh, this isn't the one with the, bone tooth or whatever. After your zone. I think it might be. Yeah, this is a crap way to go. Turn around. Oh, shit. Gonna die, gonna die, gonna die, gonna die. It will go through the other portal. Yeah, if you notice, most of the birds in Anarchy Online seem to be flightless birds. So the reason for the lack of poop, therefore, is they don't get airborne to do a bombing run. Which they definitely do where I live. Usually they go, oh, he's just come out of the car wash. Right. Form up, lads. Bombing raid. Let's make the car look like Pepe Le Pew. You are one with the source, the force is with you. Oh, right. Andor. No, not Andor. Was it Andor? What was it? Andor, the TV show, was amazing. Rogue Squadron. No, what the hell was it called? That gave rise to the characters in it that they made. Was it Rogue One? Rogue One, yeah, I forgot the name of the movie. Andor is the prequel to it. And if you watch Andor and then watch Rogue One, especially someone did, like, you know, the end of Rogue One. No spoilers, but it's essentially very tied into the beginning of the very first Star Wars, the real first one. Star Wars: A New Hope. Yeah, they tie the first and last together as an ending for Rogue One, and it's amazing. It's really well done. Fan of Donnie ever since It Man. Oh yeah, that's right. Rogue One, yeah. Of all the new Star Wars, it's one of the better ones, in my opinion. You know, opinions vary. The new stuff, you got the retread, the what the fuck is this, and didn't even watch it. That's my opinion of the sequels. Do we chance a panther? You never know. We might suddenly drop shade armor. Mandalorian was good. Yeah, the first and second seasons were perfect. Just like perfect show. Tied together really well. And it kind of like the ending of season 2, it didn't need any more. Did not need any more. Season 3 felt a bit tacked on, I'm going to be honest, compared to the first 2. Solo was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It didn't deserve all the hate it got. It got hate because of the other films that had been released. The second sequel was so bad, it picked up some of the hate for that movie, which is unfortunate. It didn't deserve that. Yeah, the season 3, Mando goes back to Mandalore because reasons. Nothing's explained. Nothing's shown. It just... And then plot. It's crap. Sorry, but it's crap. What happens in it is fun and exciting, but the underlying story is and then because, you know, it just... Well, why did he? You didn't have to do exposition. You could have just had him missing home or something, you know. And then it all got a bit twee. I watched it, I got to the end of it, and I kind of thought, yeah, it was all right. You know, it was Baby Yoda. Yeah, baby's at, oh my God, yeah, social aggro, run away, run away. I forgot social aggro got switched on. Mind you, if we level, they might go grey, and if they go grey, then social aggro won't social aggro, and we can pick them off as we choose. That'll be good. Yeah, season 1 and 2, the big ending, the big reveal at the end, perfect. Just, yeah, it spoke to the 8-year-old me watching the very first movie back in 1977. I was like, of course, you know. Won't they run away if they're grey? Depends on the mob. Some mobs run away when they're grey, some mobs don't run away when they're grey, and it yeah, seems to be mob to mob, like things like the ones that look like I don't know what dinosaur they're kind of based on. Clooney, yep, you're right. They're like they look like a little bit like one of the flying dinosaurs that had bat style wings. I can't think of the name of them. Pterodactyl? Something like that. They look a little bit like them, but much smaller, and they don't fly. Can't think what they're called in AO. Pterodactyl. Yeah, there you go. The P is silent. Yeah, they look like that in AO. But I don't know what they're called in AO. On Somphos Grainy next. This thing's draining nano now as well. Okay. Well, luckily we don't need nano as we're fighting on a keeper. Yeah, I can't think what they're called. You have to fight them when you do the Corporal Ashley Winstead quest, the second part. You get them out in Mort, I think, and they're aggressive. Like, they will aggro even when they're grey. What patch is Project Rubi-ka based on? 18.4, which was 2011. I have Sunfoss Horn for you. 88, there we go. Ton of XP for that. Max for title. Bit more melee in it then. All into the weapon skills there. I think that's the end of the Elysium quests for the Yuttos. Apart from the much harder ones. So now we've got the Talk to Your Brethren, which is the Garden Key quest, which we're going to do as well. I may have to pull the guide up for that, because I don't do it often. So, yeah. Anyway, back in a sec, getting more beer. I look awfully bright on screen there. Is this... Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's maxed the gain. It does this, I don't know why. There you go. Weird. Keeps doing that. Anyway, there we go. PvP in AO is like Spreadsheet Warrior. It is, yeah, kind of is. I want the pre-reflect nerf in PvP patch. The massive let's make advies crap patch, yeah. Right, talk to your brethren, Garden Key. I'm going to have to Google that one. Can't remember where everybody is and all that. And get a... Shadowlands, Quest Guides, Nascent, Elysium, NL Garden Key Quest, there we go. I think I went out, did this one, I think. So, who does it want me to talk to next? You've been accepted by, you should now talk to Diviner NL We're Newer. Where's that guy? Did we talk to the one at the top of the hill? I think so, yeah. He was Cyphus NL. Be careful, didn't it? Grassy Field. Weaver of Decay mobs. If you're lower level, this could send you to Reclaim. Back when you did get sent to the Reclaim. So now you're going to trek up a mountain. Are these guys actually in the temple, or? Is that up to date? And all well, wait, wheel near. 2 in the temple. Okay, we go to the temple. Getting my dock to 2100 nano resist at 150 and being able, and no one being able to root or drain them was pretty fun. Yeah, there's basically no PvP on PRK. Everyone's in the same guild, more or less. The global chat is guild chat, essentially. Fastleaf, how you doing, my main man? Thank you for the resub. You've subscribed for 65 months. That's crazy. It's been a minute. Hope you're well. You're my goat forever. I hope you know. Aw, thank you. You're very kind. Yeah, there's no AI, there's no research, so and so on and so forth, so I'm very honest. Yes. Well, I thank you anyway. These started greying out. No, still a bit green, but we might be able to pull one. I'm just sort of randomly hoping for a bit of shade armor. I don't know if we can pull them as far as that. I don't want to pull like 20 at once because I won't survive the fight. Storm's still going, my dude, in AO and June Awakening. Kinkster, I haven't seen in forever, and Gunnardolf neither. But yeah, Gunnardolf was Prez right after Wolf. Oh no, Gunnardolf was Kink's brother. Yeah, that was right. But yeah, Kingstar, yeah, character, let's say. He was definitely a personality. He was a force to be reckoned with in PvP as well. Soto Mahoney, welcome to the stream. You haven't... Yeah, if you've not logged in quite a while, your characters are probably gone because we had a server reset while they brought in missions, which we didn't have before, which is awesome, but yeah, also... Ow. You know. Yeah, so this is a restarted character. Cortez was a menace, yeah. He had some very strong views on PvP titles. A lot of people were, at one time, were farming PvP titles in backyards from each other. Instead of actually going out and fighting others, you know. The agent, yeah, he had sneak attack and everything on Cortez, yeah. It was an absolutely epically nuts build that would have driven anyone else insane trying to get together, but he managed it. It was ridiculously strong as well. It was just basically death by specials. And he could pick his fights as well. He was good at that. Yeah, if you go to the login as normal and then go, oh, you know, I haven't got any characters, yeah. It's been that long that it's since the last wipe. Remember sort of like having to tell him, no, the Advi multi-melee buffs only work on Advi, they're self only and that, and he was like, damn it, that's going to be a load more work. And then disappeared off again to go work on his character. Yeah, aim shot, burst, fling shot, dimash, sneak attack, brawl, full auto. Just like, is it a special? Yes, then you have it in your character's damage buffer. Over equipping. What, the OE rule? 80%? Yeah, that came in long before 18.4. That came in, God, I think that came in before Shadowlands even. It is patching, just let the window sit there. Might take 20 minutes sometimes, depends on the computer. It looks like a DOS window, just let it run. It'll sort itself out. Oh, we don't want to go that way. That's the one that goes through the spine tooths and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I'm on a 24 core bloody i7 13th gen running on an NVMe SSD, and it still took like 5 or 10 minutes. It just doesn't do what it does very quickly, basically. I think it does it on a single core, essentially, so it doesn't take advantage of multi-core threading and whatnot, so it just takes as long as it takes. I live currently in a motel on the border of Ohio and Penn. One PC tech will reach the point where AO can run smooth. Well, I think we have. We had an event on Sunday with a bunch of spawned mobs and silliness going on, and, you know, 70, 80 people showed up for it, and there was just like absolutely no lag whatsoever. I shit you not. Just like none. Never mind everyone in leap mode to get all the way to the beast room so people won't lag. There just wasn't any lag. It was crazy. Yeah, the window is essentially has no animations or anything, so you can feel like it's stalled, but it is actually doing stuff. So a lot of people think, oh, it's not working, because it's not telling you that it's doing anything, but it actually is. Yeah, Tinker and Idiot cut a shit ton of code out of the game that they couldn't figure out what it did, and as an experiment on, there's like this server, and then they have a test server where they, you know, they do stuff that they don't want to release until they figure out, does that even work? And they went, I don't know what the hell half of this does, and it seems superfluous to running the game, so I'm going to gut it and see what happens. And lo and behold, it got rid of all the bloody lag. That's one guy's, like, input, technical and dedication to figuring stuff out. Sussed that out. That was amazing. I just couldn't get over how little lag there was. It was like, you know, you pressed a button, your character did something. You tried to buff yourself or something, and it just did it. There just wasn't any lag. When you walked somewhere, you went there and stayed there. You didn't bounce around on the screen, and yeah, just the opposite of what we're used to with AO, with when you've got a high number of players in one area doing lots of stuff at the same time. None of the associated, like, weirdness and, oh, hang on, no, I've bounced back 100 meters, or I cast that nano a minute ago, it suddenly landed. None of that. It just, everything was like instantaneous. So it was bloody impressive. I said so at the time as well. If you look up the Sunday stream when we're doing it, I'm like, I can't believe how smooth this is. You know, and I literally can't get over how smooth it is. I'm not even, you know, I'm not doing a bit or something. I was like, literally, bloody hell, you know. This must be the catacomb entrance, and that's why it's not working. Oh, maybe it is. Is it you? Whitney? One of my college courses on computer programming had a chapter about AO's release as an example of why you should not release your project too early, and they are correct in that. Well, they didn't delete all accounts. They oh no, there was the thing where they deleted all accounts due to accounts becoming compromised. So you just remake your account and start over. Yeah, they did do. You're right. Yeah. That happened after the wipe though. Yeah. Yeah, I just recreated the same two I had before with different passwords and whatnot. And yeah, it's all good. The fact that there's no characters attached to them, it wasn't painful. It was just like, oh, okay. Yes, I promise. I should have been a politician. Why? You seem like a nice person. What does he want me to give them? Oh, letter. No, that's not the letter. That is not the letter. This is the letter, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're going to be needing this. Talking brethren, blah, blah, blah. What next? Enel Mara Idad. It doesn't say that on there. Oh, does it? You should talk to Enel Mara Ilad. Are they in here? Is the Mara Ilad in the room with you now? Not seeing them. Nope, not in here. They gave us all Pioneer backpacks to keep us happy. I didn't get one. They're on opposite ends of the same room. Oh, so he is in that room. I didn't see him. Okay, so our first guy was there. That's Whitney. That's who we went to. And this is Mara Iland. Ah, you're right. Yep, that is him. I've been sent to show you this letter. Must be getting tatty by now. Go ahead. Who wrote this letter? No, it wasn't the guy I just spoke to, or is it? Let's try him. Oh, it wasn't him. Okay. Who was it then? I spent hours today camping got not a tank to be seen. Yeah, it's bizarre. Drop rate is not what you might wish for. Who wrote this letter? We'll try the other guy. Interesting. No, that's the wrong answer. So that must be the other one. Who wrote this letter? NL Gill. NL or a ban. Which quest am I doing? NL quest. Let's go with that. Have a look at the letter. There we go. No, I meant on PRK. Rack. Yes, I did get one. On live. I meant here. I thought they'd given them out here after the event on Sunday. I thought that's what he was on about. Enol Karma Lux. Next up is Barter. Right, okay. No, that was I thought that's what they meant. But yeah, on live, yeah, I got one on live. Oh yeah, you need the post and then you can jump up, but I don't think I can do either at the moment. No, can't use the post. Gonna have to do the annoying, totally unnecessary circular staircase of doom. When all you really want to do, like the grid, is jump off the side to get to the other floor. But you can't. Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's giving me a marker this time. Woohoo! There we go. Tank armor's nice from there, but it's not all that. It does look cool. Not gonna lie. Oh, let's rebuff while we're here. Oh, need nano. Yeah, launch and Noten Wars, yeah, when first 15 days, I do remember those. OE came in before Noten Wars, the OE mechanic, because people were stretching the limits to the absolute limit, and not suffering any consequences. So, you know, level 20s running around with quality 200 rifles and whatnot, or whatever, you know. Like to ridiculous levels of twinkage, and then having the full potential of that weapon. So they introduced OE at that point, which was a good idea because, yeah, with enough knowledge, you could gear yourself legitimately into ridiculous stuff, especially in Forces. Cars Challenger didn't just used to increase your damage output and speed, it used to also increase like primary weapon skills and stuff like that. So people really OE'd, especially agents, because they could FP Enforcer and use Challenger, Drains, and then get a wrangle off someone else and put on the most amazing gear ever. Anyway, back in a sec. Yeah, the older version, this version, braces of size changing braces actually work. Right, so the MP buff has run out. Okay. Kamikaze bot that never made it to live. Maybe. Can I cast this one? Yep. Yeah, that wasn't the braces, although they were involved in that. That was Challenger. And then zoning with Challenger and recasting it. It counted the size you were at. So you could go, right, 10% bigger, zone to Newland Lake, recast it, zone back, recast it, zone back to Newland Lake from Newland City, recast it. And yeah, you ended up the size of a building. Oh yeah, the dragon form used to be huge as well. Yeah, it happened a lot, but it was zone hopping and recasting Challenger. So when you zoned and you were 10% bigger, but then cast Challenger again, you were 10% bigger, 10% of 110% bigger, and then 10% of whatever that residual works out at, and so on and so forth. So you could end up at a massive scale very quickly, and they nerfed the snot out of that because people ended up taller than Godzilla or something, you know. Oh, you used to be able to equip from backpack. Well, you kind of still can. In most instances, it depends what you're doing. You can't right-click from backpack to a vendor, though. That was because people exploited some bug around that. There was also a bug you could get around multi-melee, multi-ranged requirements by putting one weapon on, then filling your inventory and putting another weapon on. There was no overflow, and if the weapon couldn't go anywhere else, it just popped into the other hand. People did that a lot. 1 pixel tall. You can do that on live with enough zoning and recasting of Taran. Right, so we go into barter. Which way's barter from here? It's south, isn't it? Yeah, so we want to go south. South. I don't go south of the river, mate. Oh, well, we are today. Do not debuff me, you piece of crap. Oh, you bastard. Right. For that, just for that, you have to die for doing that, wherever you've gone to. Serves you right. I see that the step back 3 foot to zone is still in effect. Yeah, it kind of is. Some areas are a bit simpler. Yeah, some zone borders, it's just run up and zone. Others, oh, yeah, you need to do that thing. Where to go? I asked for it. Literally, I asked for it. I said, has anyone got a panther? Please. So, you know, I'm way behind some of, I mean, there's lots of people at level 200 plus on the server now. The market economy is as it is. And I said, does anyone have a panther they can live without? And a couple of different people went, yeah, there you go. I'll give you a panther. And they just gave me one. That was it. I mean, you know. Cashing in on internet fame, maybe. You could argue that, but, you know. But they were like, yeah, no problem, there you go. Is the market there hyperinflated? No, absolutely not. It's completely normal. Yeah, and the community is much more altruistic. Yeah, they absolutely are. Thing is, if on this character, if I level them up and get into a better weapon than a panther, and someone says, has anyone got a panther? I'll be like, yeah, there you go, dude. You just pay it forward, pay it forward, pay it forward. Completely different from live. You know, live, they're like, he's only a trillionaire. Peasant. You know, and it's just ridiculous. Because you can keep generating money there indefinitely till the point where it just has no actual value. You know, it just doesn't. It just doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah, if you're only a billionaire, if you've only got $1 billion to your name on live, you're poor. It's like bonkers. It's like people are paying like 1.7 trillion for a Grace, which is an item you can buy from Funcom for $15 or whatever. It's just bonkers. And because they put an artificial limit on GMI, you know, you've got to shuffle so much money around with withdrawals of 1 billion. Remembering how many more, how many billions makes a trillion. It's just ridiculous. Where's my marker? You're up here. Okay. Who do I want? NL Karmalux. Aha! I have found you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, buy a Grace and you can buy the gear for every character you've got. To the highest spec possible. An IOU for a cred. Yeah, it's just crazy. The economy on live is just... yeah, it's just broken. Diviner Enel Tharthur. Tharthur? I need Tharthur. Tharthur! Tharthur! Are you here, Tharthur? Tharthur is here. Yeah, it's just ridiculously broken economy on live. But on this server, no, not in the least. It's a realistic economy. Based on the money you can make in missions and diner drops and, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, the Org Bank hack. Yeah, I remember that. I remember guilds that did it and got banned, and then plenty of others that just never did. They were swamped by it. Enel Umathar, who is in Ripwell. Okay. I don't think I've got any insignias to get there quickly. So. Are there any sided mobs anywhere? I can get a insig and go that way. That would be way quicker. These are the Mortig mobs, which aren't that far from where you generally enter Elysium. Took a few months, yeah, and the duping on GMI, I mean, the amount of Virabots that suddenly turned up for AI armor, thousands of them for a couple of thousand credits each. And they never stopped that happening. They never went and deleted them and left them. And the cumulative effect of that back in like 2015 or something, when people were duping that much stuff, just never got fixed. You know, the attitude towards it was like, oh, well, yeah. They just did nothing. Nippy Johns for 25 mil. Yeah, compare that to live? Oh my god. Yeah, the guild bank hack. Storm was aware of it, never used it, never, soiled the guild name with it. But yeah, a lot of guilds did do it. And that money got stashed onto a bunch of different characters and whatnot. Like all the burner alt accounts. Oh, so many people got banned at the time, yeah. Oh, it was shocking. But it was right that people that behave that way get banned from a game, and I mean... The damage was done. It kind of was. Yeah, it kind of was. Back in the day, Funcom, policed behavior even. So when people were horrible in game, what were they called? Midnight Reveries or something like that. This one guild, they'd show up ninja loot and all that kind of stuff, and posted on the forums that, oh, we're making the game more interesting for you, don't you know? There, we're the apex predators, and we're making the game better by being complete twats everywhere and stealing your loot and all the rest of it, and bragging on the forums how, anyway, nothing's going to happen, we're going back to farming our city. And about 4 hours after that post was made, all their org was disbanded, their leadership was banned from the game, and all the rest, because they were completely unapologetic about what they were doing. They were like, oh, we're making the game better, don't you know? And everyone else was like, you're really not. You're being a bunch of twats, and you're ninja looting and KSing and generally being like disruptive and awful, and people are really unhappy with your behavior. But if you want to believe that somehow your entitlement means you can do that without any consequences, think again. I've had people come on the stream, oh, I used to be in Midnight Reveries, we're the best guild ever. And I went, you're the guild that got banned, aren't you? For being complete arseholes. No. And I'm, yes, that's exactly what happened. I wouldn't claim membership of that guild in public, Yeah, Midnight Reveries would run into a beast raid with a kill team, having not even got to the beast themselves, just to KS the beast. And if they couldn't, then they'd ninja loot the beast and delete the loot. Absolute arseholes. To a man. They all behaved like completely the most antisocial thing you've ever seen in an MMO. Thought they were better than the devs and everybody else, and were untouchable somehow, and got banned completely. Their guild was literally disbanded by Funcom. Their leadership, all the accounts associated with the leadership were banned. And it was hysterically funny when it happened, because it was like hours after their, oh, but don't you know we're the elite something, you should be grateful for us, piece of piss post that they made about how they were making the game more interesting and dynamic by being complete arseholes in the game. And people were like, no, you're not. You're just being arseholes. That doesn't make the game better. It means you're an arsehole. Your behaviour is horrible. You know. I was in Midnight Reveries. We were one of the best skills in AO. No, you weren't. You were the worst. That's why Funcom banned your guild. Or disbanded your guild and banned your leadership. You know, because you were a bunch of knobheads. Went to Joe for the first time ever yesterday. Really? Okay. Oh, there's a zone over the little bridge. We'll use that. Yeah, no, God, they were awful people. Well, their behaviour was pretty awful. Who they were as people, I don't really know. But, yeah, the behaviour was terrible. But, you know, you judge by what you do, not who you say you are. Pull the boss to a PV. Oh, there was no level they wouldn't stoop to, that guild. And the thing was, they were so kind of entitled and oh, we're the elitist of all gamers. Yeah, you know, this kind of like, we're so superior to you guys. You should be thanking us for our poor behaviour. That was their attitude. And it was just hysterically funny when they got called to account for it. You know, what's the German word? Strauden, Phasen, something? I don't bloody know. I can't think of it now. German word where when someone gets their comeuppance, you enjoy it. Schadenfreude. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Or I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but yeah. The joy in suffering of others. Yeah, but not in a sadistic way. Schadenfreude? Yeah, someone that bloody deserves it finally gets it. Yeah, that's the one. When that happened, I think that's the first time in my life I kind of went, you fucking asked for that. And you got it. And I feel very good about it. Because you absolutely deserved it. Right, somewhere in here. Are you in here? Who am I talking to next? I am talking to Enel Ulathar. Ulmathar. There we go. Schadenfreude. Is that how you say it? Does anyone know how it's said in German? Yeah, sure, the call. I don't enjoy watching people suffer, but I do enjoy people getting their comeuppance. That's another British word, comeuppance. Whereby, you know, someone that's been an absolute shit karma checks in on them, and you kind of like, yeah, I feel good about that. That needed to happen. It's about time. You know, Schadenfreude, or if that's how you say it, yeah, that's what happened there with the Midnight Reveries. Okay, and your brethren now talk to Acolyte Enelwee, who is opposite side of the map, because of course he is. Peer pressure, Peter. Have a great rest of your stream. I gotta run. Bye. Bye, peer pressure, Peter. Thanks for dropping by. You are seen and appreciated here. Yeah, Schadenfreude is it's not sadistic. It's more that you know someone deserves, you know, their comeuppance. They need to be held to account at some point. And when they are, it's quite pleasant to watch that happen. It's like, yeah, the universe has reset. It's corrected the error. Kind of a, yeah, it's a weird sensation, but it's always pleasant when it happens. Often expressed in British English as, oh dear, what a pity, never mind. When something happens to someone that is awful, has always been awful, has gotten away with being awful, and you've always thought, God, I wish, you know, karma would catch up with them. And when it eventually does, then you're like, yeah, I feel better now. So it is a weird human trait for sure, but hey. Where the hell is this? Oh, I gotta go south a long way. It's kind of like one of those quests where the garden key would be really useful, but it is in fact the garden key quest that you're doing. Which, yeah, is weird. Run round the entire map talking to NPCs. Okay. And all the time you're doing it, you're wishing you had a garden key to make it faster. But it is in fact the garden key quest that you're doing. There's a certain irony written into the quest systems in Shadowlands. Go to, you know. We're going to move my slider to full def in the hope I can run through here without dying. Reaped what he sowed. Yeah, that's another expression. Yeah. Got his comeuppance, reaped what he sowed. They're all basically colloquialisms about the same thing, I think, is what's going on there. Yeah, I thought going full def through here was a good idea, and it definitely was. Oh shit! No! Don't fucking root me! I'm passing through, you bastards! I want to run away! Why have you rooted me? You absolute twats! I hate you! I hate you all! I just want to run through! You motherfuckers! Right, getting a beer. I'll be back. Did I die? No, I magically teleported to the garden, lost all my health, buffs, and everything else. Yes, of course I died. Here we go again. Oh, coils, how we love them. No, we don't. We hate them. Yeah, one fucker rooted me. And that was it, game over. And then 20 mobs there stood with all went, you can't run away. If I'd been not full def, it would just have happened faster. You're not going to resist shit at full ag. You know. Fucking hate coils. Shadowlands coils are the work of the devil. Use item, go. Use item, go. Not sit on your ass looking pretty for 5 minutes. No, in the 10th of never has anyone ever said, oh, I prefer sitting there doing nothing while I wait for the action I've called on to do something. Said nobody ever. The one thing I liked from 18.7 above all others was replacing coils with a singular health and nano recharger and first aids that also did the same function and were instantaneous and worked in Shadowlands and worked on Rubi-ka. That was the singular best quality of life thing they added to the game with 18.7. Above all. Rack habit. They were trying to. Well, they may have been. Yeah, they might have been. Might have been. Yeah, Shadowlands did try to inject fantasy into a science fiction game, and not all of it was, was well received, and certainly a lot of it didn't belong. Yeah, I don't actually hate Gouter, even though I go, Gouter! It's kind of become a meme. But yeah, that was kind of fixed by the 18.7 patch. Yeah, sack all that shit. No one likes it. Even though that was his vision. You know. Yeah, but your player base fucking hate that. So why have you done it? Just one of those things that, yeah, just never sat with any. Nobody liked that had happened. All right, I probably can't cast this. Psycho mod 468. Yeah, I also need the outside buffs for that. So instead, we'll cast the one before it, and hopefully that takes me out of OE. Otherwise, my weapon's fucking OE again. Yep, so we have a look. 75%. Right, so for the mission, I'm going to Archibald, Omni. Archibald for clan is actually yeah, it's next to the warp and then north, so okay. Yeah, the same amount of damage. Yeah, the Shadowlands probably lost more than half the Anarchy Online player base on release. A month after release, about half the players had quit because they were like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm sorry, but it just was absolutely not well received by the incumbent player base. It was built around the idea of people starting at level 1 because everything at high level was unfinished and broken. So and the problem with that was the game was full of level 200 characters that'd been farming the mercs and had good gear and wanted to level up to 201. And then they introduced faction, which you couldn't get at the time, and all this other bullshit. And people fucking hated it. You know, some people gritted their teeth and got through it, and I was one of them. But a huge number of people were just like, nah, fuck it, I'm out, and just left the game. It doesn't matter what your vision is as a creative. If your audience hate it, they're not going to fucking stay with it. They're not going to, yeah. And it took nearly 10 years, over 10 years, before Funcom fucking fixed half of it. Oh, let's make factions simple. You know, kill high-level sided mobs in missions and you get lots and lots of faction. Hey, there you go. Not, let's have 120 people all crammed in groups in a temple, all trying to get faction, killing the same boss mob that only one of them is spawning at a time every 8 hours or something. Fucking ridiculous. It really was absolutely... If anything killed AO, it was Shadowlands. It went from this really cool kind of snappy gameplay feeling science fiction game that someone tried to morph into a fantasy game that they would play if they wanted to play a fantasy game, but they chose to play one that wasn't, and then suddenly were shoehorned into playing one and were completely unhappy about it. We saw the active players in Storm halve with like a month after Shadowlands. They were like, I fucking hate Shadowlands, that's it, I'm done. And they never came back either. A lot of them were like adamant. They were like, nope, not for me, not sticking around, I'm done. And they never ever did come back. Profit Without Honor book, but Shadowlands into context lore-wise, but none really reflecting the game the way players give a shit about. Yeah, well, the Profit Without Honor book was there for the lore and for people to enjoy as lore. And if you want to role-play that, it's there for you to do, and they set it out for you and all the rest of it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Most players are more about, well, you know, we just want to get, I want to get good and have good gear. You know, that's the mentality, I think, a lot of the time. Right, I'm looking for some fucking dude by the trees, but I'm not finding him. I think this happened the last time I tried to do this. Twat's not there. Right, you. Fight me or fuck off. Make your mind up. Another one. You're going to stun lock me as well? Yes, of course you are. I've got to fight the bone-arse spine tooth first. Right, okay. Follow the mushroom trail. Not past that mob, I'm not. Oh my god, I fucking hate you. Die. Die. Let me fight. Let me fight. Let me fight. I want to fight back. I'd like to fight back. Thank you very much. Now I'm fighting back. Kill it. I am. I'm hitting everything. I've got no dramatic music or anything. Again. Audio is broken itself. Hate that stunlock nano and roots and just it's like someone standing over you and grabbing your mouse. I'm here to show you this letter. There we go. We're getting there. Better be good. Fucking, do you see the shit I had to deal with just to get here, dude? On the bright side, the mob you speak to will treat you like shit. Yes, yes he does. You pick up your letter from the ground. Thank you very much, you piece of shit. Ecclesiast N. Gill. Back to the fucking Redeemed Temple. God, I want to have saved there and have the beacon warp, but I haven't, so we gotta run. Oh, all this walking. Yeah, it's a walking simulator. Didn't you know that? Any game you can't fast travel in, it's a walking simulator. Was that a new engine crash? No. There is no new engine here. Oh, and reset me back to where I was. Don't let me log back into where I got to. Make me run the whole fucking way again. If you'd been Omni, I'd have done the Fixer quest too with Fixer Love. Yeah, never aggro lost mobs. They're a chain spawn that will fuck with your time like you wouldn't believe. Let me up the fucking hill! At least auto run exists. Yeah. Up, 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 up. There we go. Damn hills and being in my way. This quest gets worse after this, trust me. Makes you go and tab mobs that all want to kill you. Because on PRK, the game treats your faction as though you're at maximum faction. So you may only have like 1k negative unredeemed, and every unredeemed mob on the whole map wants to kill you and use your eyes for juju berries, or whatever the phrase was. You know, the 50k faction thing is great for XP, and no one over 200 would want it to go away. But for general, like, low-level playing like this, kind of problematic. Oh dear. No, that's the bad way through. Where's the good way through? 2-1 England. What? Oh, is it a sporting thing? I've got zero interest in team sports. Sorry. World Cup. Yeah, I couldn't care less. You know. It maybe sounds weird to someone, but honestly, I just really, really try as hard as I might. Couldn't give a shit what happens in the World Cup. There's been God knows how many of them since I've been alive. I've never watched a single one, and I don't care to. I don't care. I just don't. I just don't think football's such a great game. The bullshit that surrounds it is even worse. And yeah, I really couldn't give a shit. You know, I just couldn't. Do you like Welsh rugby? I used to watch it back in the day. And if I go to a pub locally and it's on, then we all, you know. Yeah, I am Welsh. But there's rugby union and rugby league. They're two different sports, essentially. But yeah, the World Cup just doesn't mean anything to me. Football doesn't mean anything to me. It's projected tribalism. So I it's very difficult to not really, really dislike it. Right, my mission has vanished. I have no mission. Oh God, maybe it'll come back. No, it's gone. My mission has vanished. I have nothing in my mission window. It was there, I zoned, now it's gone. It's still not there. Report, get free stuff. I don't think so. Yikes, so much running. Yeah, exactly. It's the fantasy game bullshit. Hey, we put hundreds of hours into this. You're gonna fucking run around like a loon and fucking see it all. First time I've seen the quest vanish from the mission window, so... Entering new look. Oh my God, yeah. Right, okay. Oh, we're really having fun now. Let's have a look. If you don't like running, you can simply walk. Yeah, because everyone likes that, don't they? That's why we didn't invent motor cars, airplanes, trains, planes and automobiles. Yep, still got no mission. Who should I be talking to for the sequence of events? Went to him. Forrester Enel Aban. He's in the garden now. Okay. Well, let's try talking to this guy again. Game scammed you. Feels like it. My letters disappeared as well. Yeah, my mission's gone. My quest progress has gone. The letter has gone. It's reset it back to 0. Yeah, that totally try relog just did. All right, we'll try again. Okay, let's. Right, we'll do a full relog. We'll exit game. Okay, there we go. We exited the game. We're going to try logging it in again. Yep. And it's fucked. It's broke. It don't work. The mission has not reappeared. The letter is still missing. Yep, it's all fucked. Yep, so I'm not doing the garden key quest. Because it's fucked. Yeah, no, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked me up the arse. It's let me do half the quest and then and just deleted itself and the items involved. Delete the game. No. Right. Joy of Joys NL Garden Key Quest has vanished from mission log along with associated items. So I just posted that in the Discord, let them know that something's seriously wrong with it. What'd you cast on me? Faster than your shadow. Nice! Could have done with that earlier, I guess, but there you go. Oh yeah, Wilhelm scream. I've mapped it into the game. I can try another relog. I genuinely don't think it's coming back. I think it's broken. I'm going to close down the launcher as well. There you go. That's all gone. So, fresh login. Oh, that was in my mission log before I zoned, wasn't it? Yep, gone. Letter gone. Everything else gone. It's fucked. That's really quite depressing for that to happen. Should I do a report? Yeah, I'm gonna copy all that. Can we do it from in-game? That is a massive bug. Bug report. There we go. Click here to create a bug report. Title. L Garden Key Quest. Foobard. Did quest steps. Zoned as required by quest. Quest and quest items vanish. On zoning in the lease. How the fuck do you spell it? What actually happened? Zoned quest vanish along with quest items brackets letter only once. Description, attachments, there aren't any. Create issue. Please fill. NL Garden Quest balked. Create issue. There we go. Yeah, zone, and the letter disappears, and the quest vanishes from your mission log. That's exactly what happened. It's like, fuck's sake, I just spent 2 hours doing that, died twice because bloody mobs. Yeah, it's quite a frustrating bug, I'll be honest. Yeah, so we went from well, I can't show you on the map. We went to the previous location, so we would have been at went to Barter, did that guy. Then we spoke to the Forester dude, and we were running back to find a garden entrance to go to this guy. Zoned, quest, died on its arse and vanished. Sheer. Let's have a look. Give me the quest chain, hand in the letter, prepare for invasion, yada yada yada. Now and again, witness this. Yeah, I've tried re-logging. Hand in the quest on my other character. No, nothing to do with two characters, single character. Yeah, there's something broke with that. So everything worked as normal. and I did this quest before the last reset. However, I can't report the issue. Stuff. No, there you go. And NL Garden Key quest. Did quest steps. Zoned as required by quest. Quest and quest items vanished on zoning in Elysium. That's exactly what happened. Why is it put smileys and bullshit in there? Oh, whatever the fuck. I didn't put them in there. I didn't put any emotes in there because they don't always translate. Yeah, but I've already done the garden quest for nascent, which is a very simple quest. So yeah, I've got to the point where it said go back. I did this guy, so Acolyte and did him. It was running back. After I spoke to him though, it showed me the link back to the temple instead of back to the garden, and maybe that's where it broke after speaking to him, who isn't at the trees. He's followed the mushrooms, fight a bunch of mobs because they've stun locked you and whatever. So yeah, tried relogging, tried doing this, tried doing that. None of it worked. 2 hours wasted. There you go. That's what happened. I will not be doing the Garden Key quest. Yeah, because I'm not going to repeat the same thing again. Because if it happens again, I will fucking desk in the air. Kind of, yeah, no, rage quit job. Why do that? It's just not worth it. Kind of annoying. I know we're on a pre-alpha thing. Fucking thing worked when I did it on previous, even though I died about 50 bloody times trying to tab mobs, because as far as they're concerned, I'm kill on sight. But I think anyone over 200 would say, no, keep us at maximum faction. We need it. So yeah. Yeah, so if I talk to the first NPC again, it just gives me the same window you get when you start the quest. It's just gone. It's just not there anymore. It's just gone. Anyway, is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online at the moment? Let's have a look. My guess is me and Rubi-ka live feed, which, you know, nothing against, but isn't a stream. It's just I have a character logged in AFK looking at something. Yeah, not the same thing, so I'm just going to leave it there. It broke at 1 hour 41 minutes 10 seconds on the Twitch VOD if they want to see it. There you go. That's one good thing there. Mad Cow is I do have meticulous records of what happens because I'm streaming and whatnot. So you're going to go, oh, let's see what the fuck's going on. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had a few glitchy zoning experiences in Elysium, let's say. But yeah, it just broke at that point, and it was like the run round bloody everywhere point that it happened, which is, you know, there you go. But I've not seen that before, where the quest disappears out of the mission log, and in as well as that, the, you know, the letter you get for that quest, that also disappeared. So yeah, no idea. I've done 2 relogs, 2 bump logs, and if I talk to the first NPC, they give me the same dialogue as if I've not even started the quest line. So the game is kind of treating it as though you've never started this quest, which, you know, is problematic. But, you know, there you go. Anyway, love you all. Thank you for the resubs. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the botaholic who came in early with the follow me and blah, blah, blah. Have you tried joining Omnitech to fix this issue? Why would I join the biggest basket of issues on Rubi-ka to fix an issue that only happened while I was free? Nah, I don't think so. Oh, role-playing hard there. No. Yeah, me and Soap only do the back and forth, but we love each other, really. Don't think nothing of it. It's like brothers trying to pick each other's noses. We're not serious about it, you know. Anyway, love you all. Miss you all. See you on Friday for the next one. Until then, bye for now.